welcome to my official van tour. So I'll start at the front. This is essentially how it's all set out. So the kitchen is here, which is all separate. See, you're having fun there. To the living area, I guess you could say. I'll explain the living area in a moment, but essentially what I wanted when I designed this is I wanted a large-ish kitchen, but one that you can actually extend out. So this guy helps with that. Basically, this is the cooking area. This is just a Gasmate one stove cooktop. It is fine most of the time, but sometimes it is kind of annoying because I can only cook one thing at once, but for one person it does the job. This is my least favorite cupboard of the entire van because it is so hard to actually make organized. So Ziggy, you're really helping. This is basically all my dishwashing stuff, bins, etc. I love these what are they called? I don't know, travel things. I got these from Big W and they're actually a game saver, and they literally game changer. They literally saved me, and I'll show you why in a moment. This is all my this is all my cooking stuff. Basically all I really have, okay, this might be easier. So all I really have in this space is one pan, one pot, and a coffee machine. It's all you really need. I find that the less is more pretty much always when it comes to van life. So I'll show you basically what I got. So I basically just got this for anything that I need to cook in large batches. Look, it comes in handy, it's not necessary. This guy is great because it's deep, so I can use this as a fry pan, but I can also use this for larger dishes, like when I'm cooking a large amount of pasta or I want to combine multiple meals. This is a game changer, the deep saucepan. And then I just got this little guy for smaller things. This is all you need for one person, honestly. And then my favorite thing, my Bellman. I wasn't going to invest into this, but honestly, if you've got the money, I would highly recommend. This Bellman essentially does everything. It does milk frothing, it does the coffee, espresso. It's kind of hard to navigate at first, and I almost exploded myself when I first tried it, but game changer, 100%. I'll pop the link in the description. And that's pretty much it. So that's all my cooking stuff. And the gas stop. So this is essentially all my stuff that I need to plate stuff up. So plates, small and a large one, and then a bowl, and then like a larger bowl. I'm probably being a little bit too picky. I could literally just have a plate and bowl, but I like having the options. And I've got a chopping board, and then these jars. These are just spare, having handy for anything like nuts or seeds or anything else that I need to pop in. It doesn't have to be food related, but they are super handy. And then we come to the kitchen. So this is my favorite part of the van. It is just so handy to have your little bits and pieces, like your coffee cup, got some nice reeds, got my camera, some tea, some cups, and this beautiful plant that I just am obsessed with. Then I've got my sink, which I love how it is very large. I would actually highly recommend a large sink if you've got enough bench space. Then with this tap, I was going to get an electric tap, but it would have cost far too much money. So I got a pulse tap or a pump tap. It's annoying sometimes, I won't lie, but it is what it is. This guy also goes all the way across, which is cool and handy, and I'll show you how it opens up as well in a moment. Then, oh, got a bit of a stain. Then you've got the sink, what's this called? The cutlery drawer. So that has everything that I really need. I've got two just in case I have friends. And yeah, everything like that in there. I decided to go with a King's fridge as well. I'll put all the details and link to this specific one in the notes. But I really like it. It is super handy, keeps really cold, and I have like no food at the moment. But yeah, that's all you need really. And because of freezer, I would highly recommend having a freezer as well, just because, yeah, you just don't know if when you need a freezer. Okay, and let me show you. Gee, you right, bro? Ziggs loves it in here. Let me show you the next step. Okay, so then you've got my cupboard, which is with all my food in, and then down here has actually got some food in as well. And this is my wardrobe. Some people might laugh at this, but let me tell you, my biggest tip when it comes to van life is don't have too many clothes. You literally don't use them, and it's actually such a pain to have to wash them in like large quantities. So highly recommend doing the bare minimum where you can. Obviously it's easier when you're in a warm place, but yeah, there's no need, and you can always buy stuff on the road too. Okay, so this is part of my cupboard. I literally have no food at the moment, and this is my wardrobe. So this is what I was talking about in terms of game changing. I put all my clothes into these little compartments, and it's honestly so handy. And I love it how I can have like my tops here, my pants there, my shorts there, and then my jumpers there, and it just all pops up into a little compartment, and Bob's your uncle. Rattan for the cupboards as well. And then this is something I have as well, just nice little jars and things like that for the more large items. And then you've got the office or the dining area. I love this area so much. It is really beautiful, and it's where I work. So yeah, it's great, has little curtains, and it's just really relaxing. I chose the cord as a cushion just because I feel like it gives that kind of light, a little bit more like boho-y, vintagey kind of vibe without it being too kind of old school or like, you know, ugly. And yeah, it's a really beautiful space, and I love working here, and it feels really light. And with my van, I also have windows on either side, which at first I was like, oh, I don't know if I want that, but honestly, I wouldn't ever take it back. It's so good to have windows on all your sides of the van. You can always put curtains on them, but this was an absolute game changer for me, and I'm so happy I did it. You've also got a little picture wall, which I love, and a hook where I put my keys because I lose my keys every 5 seconds. And then above one side, you've got some rattan cupboards, which are super handy. Something that I love is that when you hold it up, it actually stays up. Highly recommend doing that because it can be such a pain in the ass to hold it up like that and search all for your things. So that is such a game changer, a little hack there. This is where I keep all my electronic stuff, like my chargers, random card games, a book that my mate gave me when I left, and my ukulele, which is still a work in progress. And then up here, it's just my undies and socks, a little picture of Ziggy and I, and a few other bits and pieces. So I don't really have that much in there, but they are super handy. And then I got my plant, he's called Fred, love him. He's on the way out though, unfortunately. Fairy lights as well, which are handy, especially on the nights that my battery blows. These are always handy. And then as well, this is just in case my battery blows as well. So that is battery plated, which I got it from Kmart. It was like $6. And now I'm going to show you how I set up my bed at night. It literally takes about 1 minute, and it's super easy. The one thing that I do really appreciate about this van is that you can go from an office to a bed super easily. When I was going and looking at vans and looking at designs and things, that was my biggest necessity, is because I work online for myself. I really wanted my van to feel like an office and then a bedroom. I didn't want it to be in the same space because knowing me, I would likely just work from my beds. So I was really particular with this, and it works very well. It's super comfy. I was concerned the mattress wouldn't be very comfortable, but it actually does the job, and I'm pleasantly surprised. The only thing as well is that these cushions are really annoying to wash, and if I didn't have a dog, I wouldn't wash them as frequently, but I have to wash them kind of every fortnight or so, just so it's a nice clean space. But overall, it is beautiful, and I really love it. Okay, now I'm going to do the back of the van. This is also a game changer, having backward storage. So you don't have to go underneath or anything. You can literally just open up the back and it's there. So this is essentially, and this is like, I love the compartment so much, as you can tell. All my towels and anything like extra blankets and stuff like that down here as well. And then some camping chairs there. That's literally all I have in there. This is Ziggy's corner, just his flea stuff and leads and things. And in this one, I've got my yoga mattress, just a few other food and things like that, my backpack if I need it, and my skateboard. That's all I have in there. So as you can see, I do travel lights. And then in this guy, it pulls out, and this, I'll insert a clip here. This is where I do all my cooking and things like that if it's a really nice day and I'm set up at a really beautiful place. And one of my favorite things about this is the fact that it has double doors. I would highly recommend this. It is so beautiful when you've got it set up and you're cooking or whatever, and you've just got all the doors open and there's just a nice breeze running through it. Oh, pardon me. Then what have I got? Then this is the water system. So very simple, very basic, but sometimes the best is actually the most basic. So basically I got a 20 litre bottle, 20 litre, what's this called? So I've got a 20 litre container here, and that basically feeds into the tap, and then a 40 litre in the back. I change this guy definitely more than weekly, just because I hate having the dirty water in there. That's basically the grey water, that's the clean water. And then, yeah, it's just all put down by this guy so it doesn't run, and tightened by this. So super easy, super quick. And then this is my shoe holder. As you can tell, I have very few shoes. I've got 4 pairs of shoes, and they're all for the right occasion. That's all you really need. Something that I haven't gone through yet is electricity and solar. So this van is completely solar and battery powered. I have had a little bit of troubles with the battery and the solar, just because when I first got it, it wasn't actually connected to the solar properly, so the battery went dead, but it's all good now. I have an iTech inverter, 400 watt inverter, and also a 100 amp battery, lithium, which works really well. I can still do most things. I can charge my laptop and stuff like that. I just have to be really cautious of this guy, the voltmeter. And then I also have a iMax, which is an absolute game changer, because it means that there can be fresh air in the van all the time, especially if I'm in there for a little bit of time. It is something that is really, really important for me, because I hate places that are really, really stuffy. That is my van tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, or if you have any questions, just ask them in the comments. And yeah, thank you so much for following along. If you like these videos, then please subscribe, because I'm going to do plenty more, and I can't wait.